Guys, what's up? It's Rob at Game Time Collectibles, and I'm here with my daughter Allie, and we are kind of doing a what's in a box, but it'd be like a more extensive what's in the box because we're literally going to open it and see, well, what's in the box. So it's Superman, and we're going to talk a little bit about Superman, the movie that just came out, and we're going to talk about a few other things, and we're just going to jump into this. We're just going to open some packs as we have a little chit chat here. So one thing to get us started is this product came out like about a week after the movie, the latest Superman movie came out, and I'm wondering what you thought of the movie because I've heard a lot of mixed things about the movie, a lot of bad, some good. I'm a big Henry Cavill fan. So I was just wondering, what did you think of the movie?
I really liked the movie, actually. I wouldn't say I'm a harsh movie critic, but I'm like kind of hard to impress, and I would give it like an 8 out of 10. I went and saw the Fantastic Four movie as well, and I would honestly rate Superman a little bit higher, but I felt like it was something different. James Gunn was the director, and I really like his directing style, because he did Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which you probably know. I can't open this for some reason, but I'll get it.
Here, yep, I can get that for you.
Because I'm talking. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of felt like it was reminiscent of, like, Christopher Reeve Superman, which I really liked.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah, and it gave, like, that nostalgic kind of feel, but it was also something new, and it kept me interested the whole movie. So.
Yeah. So what we're opening is not connected directly to the movie, but it's more of like an animated series, and it's Fleer, which is actually owned by Upper Deck. Brilliance, so I'll just give you an idea of, here's a classic cover. I believe insert classic cover of Superman. So that's pretty cool. A couple bad guys and stuff. Anything cool in yours? Oh, that one's cool.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Bizarro.
So, Bizarro, and I was a huge Super Friends, Super Powers when I was a kid, probably early 80s, late 80s. But anyway, Bizarro was one of my favorites when they'd do a crossover, have Bizarro in it or whatever, or they would go there. So this is an Illuminators insert from Bizarro.
Gives you little blurbs on the back about the characters too, so I think that's pretty neat.
That's pretty cool, yeah. And these are like $55 a box or something. There's you another pack. So a strange thing about me, and Allie knows this a little bit about me, I'm kind of artistic and autistic, but artistic. And I'm kind of artistic and really liked like Incredible Hulk and
That's true.
And really liked Super Friends. I had all those toys. I never got into comic books, which is really weird because that's kind of where the two worlds meet.
Yeah.
But I was never really too much into that. So
I'm not a professional at this.
yes, I can get that open there for you.
Maybe
So
someday.
classic covers seem. Oh, so this is the classic cover you'd want.
Oh, that is cool.
Yes. So
Yeah.
this is number one.
That's
Action
awesome.
Comics. Yeah. Yeah, so that is a really cool insert. So here, we'll go ahead and put that one in a sleeve here. And we'll have some of these singles just sitting around so you guys can kind of see what can you get in this product. But yeah, I never really got into comics. Strangely enough, as a kid, I had the one where Joker shoots Robin, I believe. And so here's Supergirl also. So
Eventually got it.
yep. So, but I was never too much into that. So something else that's not about Superman is you're a pretty decent sports fan, and specifically Bengals.
Oh yes, I am.
Yes. So the other day, just last night, Joe Burrow kind of got some preseason
It's true.
reps in.
He did.
And why do you think that is, or what do you think the logic behind that is?
Well, the Bengals notoriously have a slow start all of the time. They usually lose their first 3 games in the season, and I think they are trying a different approach because I think this is only the second time he started in the preseason, and it's not, he didn't play the whole game. He threw for like 10 passes or whatever, but at least like kind of shaking some rust off, which the offense isn't what needs it, but yeah, they started everybody at first, and a lot of the defense, I think, was, the starters. And I would say Joe did what Joe does. I think he had 1 incompletion, and it was like the first pass he threw. And I thought it was funny because he seems to think very critically of himself. That's pretty sick. But he said during the press conference after the game that he was just average and that he thought he could do a little better, even though he already had thrown for like 143 yards over 10 passes. So I think that's a little funny. But the defense was not the best. I think they had 8 penalties for 68 yards lost, so that's not great. But the hope, I think, is that if everybody's like all in it and starting in the preseason, that they're going to shake the rust off before the actual regular season begins.
Yeah, that's true. So I'll throw you a few more packs of these cards. So there is, I didn't realize there was this many packs in here.
I didn't.
Yeah, there is 14 packs.
That's pretty good.
Which, that's pretty good for a $55 mega box. And the artwork's beautiful, for sure. It's a lot of glossy, shiny stuff. It's pretty cool. So, speaking of slow starts, and obviously you've been there from the beginning, did you ever think that when we were out at the flea market and you were wanting sausage sandwiches on a bun, and your dad was making like $150 a weekend out at the flea market, did you ever think it would grow into like what you see? What
the shop?
Yeah.
This big shop that I'm sitting in right now?
Yeah.
No, not really.
No.
I mean, I wasn't old enough to understand what, like,
Orion.
I don't know,
Cool.
bankruptcy meant yet. But, I was like...
That's where you thought we were.
Yeah.
All the time. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And so it's definitely grown over the last, and what, I mean, so we're talking when you were a little kid, I was messing around. So it's been almost 20 years that I have been messing with boxes and stuff like that. And Bill and Bobby, who I was setting up with at the flea market was Bill and Bobby. And often we'd cover it and maybe switch off and pull different shifts because I'm sure we all had other jobs. Matter of fact, I had another job until, probably 5 years ago?
I would say so.
Yeah. Oh, that's a cool classic
I know.
cover.
I think that's it.
That is cool.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, so it's a lot of vintage looking Superman images here too. Bloodsport, Toyman, some of the classic villains. So I'm trying to sleeve some of these as we talk. So speaking of that sort of thing, so you've been helping me out a little bit, and that's what we were just working on.
Yeah.
With some social media stuff.
That's true.
So you've been helping us with a program, and you're also going to help your Uncle Ben. Everybody,
I'm gonna try.
You're gonna try. So you're kind of training a little bit with me as far as learning this program, and this will be able to help her Uncle Ben. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your Uncle Ben as far as how big would you say he is on YouTube?
Say he's a moderately big deal.
Yes, I would say so too. And a lot of times, we'll do these things and we'll talk about, Jeff Wilson. We'll talk about the King of Cards. We'll talk about Card Collector too, which I have nothing against any of these people. But your Uncle Ben is quite a bit larger than those guys. Now, I know it's a more specific thing, but yes, he certainly could point us in the right direction if we needed some help growing our YouTube and that sort of thing. And I'm going to give you some pointers, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
But
would say
he's also a great guy.
Oh, Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say I think Card Collector 2 is probably a moderately big deal as well.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Jeff Wilson, who you wouldn't know,
I don't,
is probably the biggest. Actually.
but yeah, I think Ben has what, like 300,000 subscribers on TikTok.
Yeah, I think he hit 100,000 in like a matter of months.
Yeah.
Of actually attempting anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, one video he had 6.4 million views, I believe. I was showing somebody. So yeah, but he does have misses. Everybody has hits and misses.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Some of our social medias, our hits are 1,000 views, not 6.4 million. But
He'll get there, Dad. Don't worry.
oh yeah, and it's something we're continuing to do and that sort of thing. But it's nothing that we think, oh, this one's serial numbered.
Ooh.
I mean, it's 999, but it's still cool. It's blue, blue sparkle, Lori,
Lamaris, I don't know.
Lamaris maybe. So it's pretty cool. Let's see how many more we got here. Anything else you think's interesting or been going on with like sports or cards or anything you think's interesting about the changes you've seen since I've been messing with this stuff? Or?
I mean, wow, I could say a lot. I know a lot about football, but what day is this? Friday?
Yes.
The day that we're making this, Shadur Sanders is going to start in the preseason game,
That is
which
true.
I think is very interesting.
Yeah.
I know that Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel are both hurt with like a hamstring injury or something, but I still think it's cool that he's going to get the start. I want to know like what he's going to look like. So, I mean, a preseason game's still a good way to see that. As far as like, I don't know. I'll make a prediction about the AFC North, but I'll
Go for
say that I think the Ravens are going to be on top. I don't think anybody else thinks differently, but I think the Bengals are going to be next. I think the Steelers are not going to look as good because I'm not the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan, just because he is past his prime.
Wow.
That
hurts.
No,
No,
not
just
talking
kidding.
about. I'm talking about a quarterback.
Yeah, football
but,
player. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sad Will Howard's not starting, but
Yes. But his preseason injury does not seem that bad. They even said
No.
he'd probably get some reps and stuff.
Like
so,
what?
so classic cover, another one. This would be The Death of Superman. They mass-produced this and did several different versions, but that's really cool. And back from me watching it as a kid, Mixelplick, Mr. Mixelplick. So that's really cool. So are we out of packs?
I think so.
Nope,
I
you've
don't
got
know.
one. Okay, you got one more.
I don't even know.
So, yeah, it's cool just hanging out at the shop, opening stuff. We don't open stuff much. And like I said, we was in here working. So, we're continuing to grow. She's helping us a little bit with some social media stuff.
Trying.
And we're going to continue to be out there more on social media. And you might be seeing us at some of the bigger shows, that sort of thing. And of course, actually, I spent this week, I spent a couple of hours adding maybe 20, 30 new products to the website. So we're trying to be, for product releases like UFC Midnight that released today, we try to get it on the website. Haven't got UFC Midnight on there, but I will pretty soon. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yep, thanks for watching the video, guys, and we had fun opening some cards
Yeah.
and talking through some stuff, but we'll see you next time.